Nocturne is the debut full-length album from epic heavy doom metal band Bell of Mimir, a Tampere, Finland-based band, and one that is reasonably new. They formed back in 2021. Basically, members who were previously in God Disease and some other bands decided to strike out on their own with their own thing, and it turned out to be epic doom metal in some sense. I'd use a quick shorthand, especially considering the vocalist here is, if you're a fan of Minotauri, Spiritus Mortis of a certain era, as well as the Wandering Midget, you should appreciate what this record does, but also there's a little bit of modern doom metal in there too. So I'll talk about that a little bit more. We'll listen to a clip and then I'll explain the way that I heard and saw this record. There's a certain dramatic quality to a lot of epic doom metal, and in particular when the Finnish doom metal leans that way, it can go places that are a little bit over the top, and this is one of those examples. The vocalist Korpenmaa here has a very unique tone, and it's very expressive and also very heavy metal is the way that I would put it. The band otherwise is a little bit more tied to the Candlemass school of doom metal in terms of its epic doom metal style. Well, you can tell they're fans of Warning with some of the things that they bring into these songs, especially the second Warning album in some respects, although this isn't quite post-doom, it's more on the power doom metal side of things, if you ask me. The most interesting thing about this record is that it feels like it was built in parts, and maybe the vocals came a little bit later, so they don't always line up very well, and there's a couple of more interesting and challenging guitar riffs on this record, and points where they just don't really harmonize with what the vocals are doing, and a lot of the times the leads and the vocals don't quite connect, and I don't think that's for the lack of the vocalist, because we get one song on here where it was actually co-written by the vocalist, and you can see that Dark and Silent really does stand out as a single and just as one of the better songs on here with the vocalist's input. So it's a first record in that sense, in that it doesn't quite get there in terms of lining up as a band, but it is a great first record just as an introduction to this group's sound and their whole idea. It would suck if they reined it in. I think it's nice that this is over the top for what it is. The only thing is that there is a little bit of a pointless and overly long track at the end of the album. It's a little bit of a waste of time, and it seems like it's only there to pad the length of the record overall. It really doesn't make a statement, and it feels a bit more like a drone, which is fine. It just doesn't really fit with the style of the band otherwise. So if there was a way to incorporate drone with Candlemass, I think that would be interesting, but I don't think they've fully done that here. A little bit of an overstatement on my side, but I did feel like it was a little bit of a mistake to end the whole task with a bit of a nothing track. Check it out for yourself, especially if you're a fan of traditional doom metal in the Finnish style. Check it out on May 16th, and go ahead and read my written review for more of my thoughts in depth.